Candace Parker just dropped a bomb. Real proof about Brittney Griner's gender. And fans are convinced the WNBA didn't just let her walk away. They pushed her out hard before she could expose what they've been hiding for years.
And I think the thing that I've learned through all the ups and downs, wins and losses, injuries, difficulties, highlights, records, it's about enjoying the process, enjoying the journey.
Pops. Yeah, pops.
Please tell me how exciting that is for you and what you're looking forward to most.
I'm super excited. I guess I'll just drop it. He's here. So he's here. Yes. 7'8", 7 pounds, 8 ounces. Yeah, that's my man. He is amazing. They say, as soon as you see him, it's just like everything that you thought mattered just goes out the window. And that's literally what happens.
And no, this ain't just internet gossip. People close to Candace swear she's holding the real deal. Actual files, medical receipts, old school photos, the kind of stuff that would shut all the rumors down once and for all. If any of that leaks, it won't just end Griner's time on the court. It could drag the entire league down. Sponsors, image, reputation, everything would crumble. What's got people really side-eyeing this whole situation is Candace's so-called farewell. She didn't sound like a player ready to ride off into the sunset, talking about not cheating the game and leaving it better than she found it. Come on! That ain't a goodbye speech. That sounds like a warning shot, and she's been dropping hints for months, talking about pushing through challenges and surviving things behind the scenes. Fans are saying it loud. It don't sound like she wanted to leave. It sounds like she was pushed out for knowing too much. Now, here's where it gets wild. Word is, Candace still has all the receipts. Medical papers, pictures, nothing was destroyed. That info is sitting somewhere, and if it ever goes public, it could prove the WNBA knew the truth about Griner all along and worked overtime to cover it up. Griner's physical dominance has been a hot topic for years. Her size, the way she moves, folks have been whispering since day one. And now fans are pointing out how she can post shirtless pool clips on Instagram and it doesn't even get flagged, while other WNBA players get taken down for way less.
Flag you. Brittany, let me see something real quick. Brick! Thank you! Get the hell out of here, yo!
Like, how is that even fair? One clip keeps going viral and fans aren't holding back. One of the top comments said it straight up. The WNBA is out here paying a grown man to body women on the court and pretending it's a fair game. That's how deep this frustration runs. And just like that, when Candace started questioning the silence around Griner, her whole career vanished. No farewell tour, no press run, no respect. Just a random post, and she was gone. Fans are calling it what it is, a cover-up. So now, the question isn't if those files come out, it's when. Because if Candace was forced to retire to protect someone else's secret, that truth won't stay buried for long. Something about Candace Parker's farewell post just didn't sit right with fans. Most WNBA stars leave with some feel-good speech about moving on to the next chapter. But Candace? Her goodbye hit different. She wrote, "I promised I'd never cheat the game, and that I'd leave it in a better place than I came into it. The competitor in me always wants one more, but it's time. My heart and body knew, but I needed to give my mind time to accept it."
And I think the thing that I've learned through all the ups and downs, wins and losses, injuries, difficulties, highlights, records, it's about enjoying the process, enjoying the journey.
Now that line, "never cheat the game," has fans reading between the lines. A lot of people think that wasn't just some poetic farewell. It was a coded message, like she was trying to drop a quiet warning without violating whatever agreement may have pushed her out. And what's making fans even more suspicious? Candace still moves like she's got fuel in the tank. She's been doing interviews, talking about pushing through tough times and learning from real struggles. And it's not just generic talk. She sounds like someone holding back serious truths. To those already raising eyebrows, her retirement post and these interviews feel like straight-up breadcrumbs. signals that something way bigger is being covered up. And guess who's sitting right at the center of that mess? Brittney Griner. So let's get into it. What's the actual proof? Because word on the street is, Candace isn't just throwing shade, she's got hard receipts. People close to her say she's sitting on evidence that could finally confirm what fans have been whispering about Brittney for years. First off, there's the practice room footage. Sources say Candace didn't leave Phoenix empty-handed. Nah, she bounced with real video. Private drills, closed-door meetings featuring Brittney Griner, Diana Taurasi, and Skylar Diggins-Smith. One of these clips has already started circulating, and it's got people talking heavy. Insiders say the footage doesn't just show practices. It shows favoritism, the way certain players speak, the way the coaching staff acts around Griner.
You're doing a half cycle, down there and back. You're gonna watch the other team.
I take it in every time.
Take it in every time. Last group, go. Easy pass. There you go. There you go. Nice.
Fans say it's clear she's being treated different, real different. And if that clip hits the public, the WNBA is gonna have to answer for it, period. But it gets deeper. Former Mercury names like Penny Taylor and DeWanna Bonner, and even current players like Kalia Copper and Sophie Cunningham are rumored to know things. They've either seen or heard stuff that matches Candace's story. But right now, they're quiet. Because speaking up could mess with their bags, contracts, sponsors, whole careers. Still, Candace's circle says she's not out here empty-handed. Word is she's got screenshots, texts, even recorded phone calls with players who confirmed what they saw. If that kind of backup drops, this won't be gossip anymore. It'll be a league-shaking scandal. And then there's the performance data. We're talking internal test results, not health records, but numbers the WNBA uses behind the scenes. Sprint speeds, strength-to-weight ratios, bone density scans, and more. Stuff that teams use to evaluate athletes. Here's a sample of the kind of data they're collecting.
We're all familiar with the box score stats in basketball like points, rebounds, and assists, but which is actually most important for winning games? Here's my first attempt at a regression analysis on the WNBA box score stats. First, I compiled the per-game stats for each of the 12 teams along with their winning percentage. We selected the box score stats as the independent variables and the winning percentage as the dependent variables and ran the regression on Excel.
Nothing public, but used by execs to compare players. And guess what? That kind of info could raise some serious questions about eligibility and fairness. So if Candace really has all this, footage, messages, and behind-the-curtain league data, it's not a question of whether she left the game or got pushed, it's about why. And fans think the answer leads straight to Brittney Griner, and a truth the league can't afford to let hit the light. Insiders say Candace Parker wasn't just raising eyebrows, she was sounding the alarm. She looked at the league's internal performance numbers and believed it proved one thing loud and clear. Brittney Griner's got a physical edge no other player in the WNBA can compete with. And if those stats leak, alongside the videotapes and player messages, the league won't be able to dodge the heat anymore. Because fans aren't just upset about favoritism. They're pointing out the double standards too. Players like Liz Cambage and even Caster Semenya have been punished, dragged, or outright banned for way less. Meanwhile, Griner's been protected like royalty. Just go back and look at how they treated Cambage. She spoke out, and suddenly, the media flipped her whole image, painted her as the problem.
I don't understand the media constantly trying to twist the things I say into a negative way when all I want is better for women. I really don't understand it.
What about that situation made it so toxic? And which situation are you referring to?
Well, I think the sparks was really just like a nail in the coffin.
And fans now see that for what it was, damage control. But the thing that really set off alarms? The paper trail. Right before Candace retired, the league allegedly tried to force her to sign a super strict NDA. And we're not talking the usual exit contract players get when they leave. This one had specific language barring her from ever speaking about player eligibility. Why would they need to silence her about that? Unless she knew something they didn't want out. Word is Candace refused to sign it. And right after that, boom, retirement rumors exploded. All of a sudden, she's stepping away with no warning, no tour, no celebration, just silence. But if she's holding on to emails, call logs, or even voice messages where league officials tried to pressure her, that's not speculation, that's receipts. And it would prove the WNBA was fully aware of what it was trying to bury. And here's where it gets really dirty. A source close to the Mercury says Candace wasn't just offered an NDA. She was allegedly offered a 7-figure payout, millions, to walk away and focus on her post-career. Let that sink in. WNBA players don't make NBA-level money. That kind of offer isn't normal. That's hush money. Players have been loud about how little of the league's money they actually see. And we've seen more and more of them speak out about unfair revenue splits. Just check this clip right here.
We're not asking to get paid what the men get paid. We're asking to get paid the same percentage of revenue. Do you know what I'm saying?
Got it. So that's a huge misconception.
That's a huge misconception. In the NBA, they have percentages of revenue shared for the players, right? So jersey sales, their TV contracts, but that's because their CBA negotiates. You know, if the owners are making certain types of money, they get that as well. In the WNBA, that's not.
One player breaks down how players barely touch a slice of the pie. So if Candace can back up that payout claim, with banking records, emails, or even phone call receipts, it's a wrap. That would show. The WNBA tried to buy her silence to protect Brittney Griner. And when fans look at what's already floating online, they get why the league is scrambling to keep this quiet. By now, everyone's seen that viral poolside clip. No shirt, no censorship, posted publicly. No one else in the league gets that kind of freedom. Fans are saying it straight. Open your eyes. It's all right there. Then, there's the on-court moment with Steph Talbot. Griner almost threw hands mid-game, like she wasn't even playing in a women's league. That clip is still circulating, and fans are using it as more proof she doesn't treat her opponents like equals. And this ain't new behavior. This goes way back. In 2010, while still at Baylor, Griner got caught on national TV swinging a full roundhouse punch at Texas Tech's Jordan Barncastle in the middle of a game. That moment never disappeared.
Griner just playing fighting tonight. Fight night at the USA. We've got your highlights. We will hear from both parties.
It just got ignored. And now, fans are putting it all together. Because when you connect the dots, it stops looking like controversy and starts looking like a cover-up. When Brittney Griner punched Jordan Barncastle back in college, it wasn't just a foul, it was a knockout. Barncastle hit the floor with a broken nose. Nobody had seen anything like that in women's college basketball. Griner didn't just play rough, she flattened her, like she was in a street fight, not a game. And people weren't just stunned because of the punch, they were stunned by how easy it looked. Like Griner wasn't even playing the same sport as the women around her. Fast forward to 2019, Phoenix Mercury versus Dallas Wings. A simple foul turned wild, and guess who was right in the middle again? Griner shoved Isabel Harrison, then charged straight at Christina Nwide, throwing punches mid-game like it was nothing.
Turner reaching in, Alicia Gray from behind the line, and down it goes. And now we've got Brittney Griner going after Anigwe, and this could get ugly. Griner is being held back by numerous players and now trying to throw punches.
Yeah, she got suspended for 3 games, but fans couldn't ignore what they saw. She was moving players like traffic cones. Broadcasters even said it. There's a level of strength there you don't see in the women's league unless someone's got a serious power gap. Then it happened again in 2024. Phoenix versus L.A. Griner was boxing out rookie Rickea Jackson, and suddenly, boom! She clips her across the face, raises an elbow, and stands over her as she hits the floor.
Second stint with Rickea and look Griner. Griner and Jackson needed to be separated.
That developed very quickly. Boy, we have not seen Rickea Jackson get fired up like this. Sophie Cunningham getting involved.
Natasha Cloud having some words. There's Griner. She's still upset. So is Jackson.
Both players got ejected, but the size difference was impossible to miss. Rickea's 6 feet 2 inches, and Griner still made her look like a child out there. Watch the clip if you haven't seen it. Griner catches Rikia in the face, then looms over her like nothing happened. Fans said it loud. This ain't regular women's basketball behavior. And it's not just opponents catching heat. Even her own teammates are feeling it. Earlier this year, Griner collided with Collia Copper on a fast break. It wasn't a dirty play, but Copper hit the ground hard with a hip injury, while Griner barely flinched. That kind of mass, moving full speed, even accidental contact turns dangerous. From Baylor to Phoenix, we've seen over a decade of physical plays. Punches, elbows, shoves, and yet somehow Griner is still the face of the WNBA. Why? Because she brings headlines, and the league knows it. But now, with everything Candace Parker is rumored to be sitting on, the WNBA's silence don't feel like caution. It feels like straight-up fear. If those files exist, the practice tapes, the player statements, the testing data, the NDA pressure, and that 7-figure hush money offer, this ain't about Griner anymore. It's about a system that might have been hiding the truth for years. People would start asking, how long has the WNBA known? Who at the top signed off on this? How many were willing to protect one player to keep the league afloat? If even one email or video slips, by accident or on purpose, it could set off a bomb. Sponsors would run. Lawyers would jump in. The league would have to face fans who've already been side-eyeing them for years. And here's the wildest part. Those files didn't disappear when Candace left. People close to her still have them. They're just waiting. One clip, one message, and everything could come crashing down. This won't just drag Griner. It won't just bring Candace back into the fire. It could flip the entire WNBA inside out. And the scariest part? No one knows when it's coming. Could be next year, could be tomorrow. So stay locked in, because if this blows, the league won't be scrambling to explain Brittney Griner. They'll be scrambling to keep the whole WNBA from burning down. Make sure to like, share, comment, and subscribe, because this story is just getting started. See you on the next one.